What's going on, everybody? Welcome into another game day update. I'm Kelcey. I'm joined by ShahAhmadi all the way in Charlotte. The Grizzlies will take on the Hornets tonight at 6 p.m. if you're watching from Memphis, at 7 p.m. if you're watching from Charlotte. And now look, the Hornets, let's set the scene. The Hornets are coming off of a back-to-back. They won very easily yesterday night in Detroit. The Grizzlies are on a little bit of a win streak themselves. They scored 130 or more points in 3 straight games. But the Charlotte Hornets are number 1 in points in the entire league, the highest scoring team that there is. Now you do have Gordon Hayward's out tonight, and he kind of was the person who did a lot of the damage in the starting lineup the last time these two teams played, but it was Kelly Oubre who had 37 points off the bench. Who kind of steps up for, in replacement of Hayward tonight?
Yes, that game was so much fun in Memphis. Definitely a for Kelly Oubre coming off the bench like that. He hit so many threes. He did that one other time this year too, had like 8 threes in a quarter. So we love to see that. But yes,
we don't love to see that, honestly.
Well, I gotta remember who I'm talking to. You guys don't love to see that, but it's definitely going to be a different test tonight. Obviously we got the one in Detroit, but yeah, you guys are on quite a win streak, and we already know all the talent that is with the Memphis Grizzlies and all that stuff. So for us in general, we picked up Montrezl Harrell with the trade deadline, and literally he got off the plane yesterday, and he could have just met us in Charlotte because we were at a back-to-back, but he decided he wanted to play. He loves the game, wanted to meet the guys. So he flew to Detroit and got off the plane and literally went straight to the arena, and made an impact immediately. There was just like we were on a 6-game losing streak. So there was a different just energy and vibe and atmosphere and fire with the guys. And I know he had a lot to do with it, just like a new sense of excitement. We had a tough couple stretch of games. So just to be able to kind of have him help spark that fire and that flare. So that was really helpful. And I know he's going to play again tonight and step up and help with that. We also have Jalen McDaniels out, who is a big part of our second unit as well. And then Cody Martin is out too. So those 3 guys have been dealing with some ankle, Achilles injuries. And so we're not going to see any of them, but, love to see Montrezl Harrell try and make an impact again. Obviously he needs to kind of know some of the defensive schemes and some of the plays, but just in general, the way that he's able to finish at the rim and rebound and, fast pace, the fast break points that the Hornets love to play with, he can definitely do all that without obviously opening up any sort of playbook. So seeing him kind of step up, and then PJ Washington as well. When he gets hot, it's fun to watch, and he obviously can score a ton of points. So with Montrezl Harrell, it kind of moves him more to the 4. So I think that helps in terms of Gordon Hayward being out as well.
So he did all that, and he is an impact on this team without even having a practice under his belt. He's going to have 2 games.
Yes, seriously, it was wild. The fact that he, like I said, didn't want to just come to Charlotte, because a lot of guys maybe take their time and go through. Yeah. But he was like, went straight to Charlotte, passed his physicals, then got on the plane at 1:00 yesterday, flew to Detroit, and then literally didn't even get to the hotel. He went straight to the arena. Just that, if that doesn't tell you enough about the type of player and guy he is. And there was just a ton of excitement surrounding him. So really great pickup by our general manager, Mitch Kupchak, and the whole staff. And, I'm excited to see him, like you said, with practices and shoot around and being even more involved. He went to college with Terry Rozier and played at Louisville for 2 seasons. So they kind of have a little bit of chemistry already, and you could already tell last night.
It sounds like it's just the perfect fit for him. So that's really exciting. And we obviously, this just happened this week, so we obviously didn't get to see that part of the team. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how that changes tonight. And you brought this up, points in the paint. This is the team 1, we lead. You guys are 4th in the league in points in the paint. But the last time we played you guys, we had 70 points in the paint. You guys only had 50. And I felt like that wasn't the norm for these teams. They these 2 teams, the Grizzlies and the Hornets, play very similar basketball. They're both high pace. They're both fast break points. They're both points in the paint. They're led by, young point guards. But for some reason, the points in the paint last time wasn't great. And I think that is because Kelly Oubre just was going off from the 3-point line. The Hornets are top 10 in both 3-point attempts and 3-point percentage. And I feel like it's a very interesting dynamic that the Hornets have right now, because they're shooting so well from the 3, but also from the key.
We had kind of the 6-game losing streak that just happened. It was, we the whole team offensive slump. I'm not sure what was happening. I mean, it's very difficult to make a three. If you look back at kind of just that 6-game losing streak, the 3-point percentage, it was rough. It was a tough time. And I know that had a lot to do with the losing streak because like you said, they rely on that 3-point basket. So seeing them finally be able to kind of see it through, because they were taking great shots. The shot selection, shot quality was really good, even during that losing skid, but they just weren't falling. So finally going in, yes, I'm hoping that, the win last night and then the last 2 games, even with the loss before we beat Detroit yesterday, we started making a little bit more. So I'm hoping that continues tonight. But we had 70 paint points last night. And like I said, a different team, Detroit versus Memphis. You guys have one of the best defenses in the league. So it's going to be a different challenge tonight. But they do rely heavily on the 3-point ball. And it was just, they weren't making them the last couple of games. So finally seeing them go through. And then I think with Harrell, the addition of him, hopefully we'll be able to finish more at the rim. And, the 70 paint points last night, I mean, that was incredible. So, we love to see that. They've tried to attack the rim more just because they weren't seeing their 3-point shot go in and get to the free throw line and all that stuff. But I think maybe finally the tables have turned offensively and we're here. It's a good thing. It's
going to be a good game tonight. No matter what, it is going to be a really good game. When these two teams like Ja versus LaMelo, that's just a show, period.
Oh my gosh. We have in our pregame show, we're talking, obviously both of them, we have a whole segment dedicated to LaMelo Ball and Ja Morant. And one part of the segment is even talking about the evolution of their hairstyles, because even just I know we try and do something sort of random and out there, but even just coming into the league, LaMelo's obviously grown out his hair a lot and you can see it from a mile away. I've actually seen people wear wigs with his hair on it. And then I've also seen people try and do the pink streak that Ja does in his hairdo. I don't know where. Yeah. So I think our producers put together a whole thing about his hair too, but it is so much fun just watching them compete, because the fact that, Ja's 22 years old, LaMelo is 20 years old, both of them rookie of the years, both of them now all-stars, and they're literally not even 23 years of age. I am so excited to see, their careers unfold and the future for both of them, because I can't even imagine just a couple more years under their belt and when they become veterans, what they're going to be like. It's going to be wild to see, but it's going to be exciting.
Cool thing. It's like these 2 young point guards is going to have a battle. And then on top of that, we're going to have the battle of the big vets in Harrell versus Steven Adams. So I think tonight's going to be great. Again, tip-off is at 7 o'clock if you're watching from Charlotte. Ashley, thank you so much. And I'm assuming you're getting ready to go to the arena right now.
Yes, gonna sign off and head there in a minute. So thank you for having me on. I always love chatting with you.
Of course. Everyone at home, make sure you're tuning in on Valley Sports Southeast.